Chairman, and good afternoon to Secretary Simpson and his DPWH family. My first question, Mr. Chairman, is with regard to a news item that came out February 17 this year, quoting the former president about the possible revival of the Paranaque Spillway Project. There is a very prominent urban planner who's going around Jude Palafox, always mentioning this. So may we know what is the status of this proposal? It's a gigantic proposal, an 8-kilometer tunnel from Laguna Lake all the way to Manila Bay.
Your Honor, we just started a master plan study for Metro Manila and the suburban areas of Cavite and Bulacan. Just for your information, we have been relying on very outdated flood control study that dates back all the way to the 1950s, which was upgraded in 1970s. But obviously, these are no longer adaptable because of the climate change. So we have been given a project from the World Bank to do a master plan study, and this will be very much part of that master plan, what to do, whether we should proceed with the spillway or not.
And how long will that study take?
It should be completed in 8 months' time, Your Honor.
My next question, Mr. Chairman, is related to what we discussed during the COA session this morning. The COA revealed to us that they have found out about 5 billion pesos worth of road users, road board projects that they cannot fully account for. In fact, they don't have a listing of this 5 billion pesos worth of road users projects. May we know if the Secretary is aware of this and what is the status right now for our education?
Your Honor, I'm not aware of the particulars of what the COA is referring to. But if you may allow me, I can provide you the breakdown on a year-on-year basis, how much has been collected. Because if Your Honor, there are 4 funds under the MBUC. There is what we call the Fund 151, which is used for which goes to DPWH, which is 80%, representing special road projects, maintenance. We have a Fund 152, which is for local roads maintenance. We have Fund 153, which is about 7.5% of the total collection, which is for road safety, and then another for another 7.5%, which is for pollution control. So, Your Honor, at this time, I don't have the details. I would be willing to sit down with you and discuss the details of how these funds were utilized since it started in 2001, Your Honor.
Well, the reason I asked that is because it's a continuing program, and I'm just concerned that in the implementation of this program under year ones, we might run into similar problems. So we just would like an assurance that, number one, we know what happened, and number two, we shall avoid those things from happening again.
That's correct, Your Honor. In fact, we discussed this at the Committee on Public Works on how to handle the MBUC.
Now, again, talking of making sure about the integrity of the DPWH program, which is of interest to all of us here. On February 16 last year, 2009, there's the so-called World Bank report that it's supposed to be a 300-page World Bank report that cited a lot of anomalies in the implementation of World Bank funded projects. It even recommended the blacklisting of a number of contractors. And I understand there's this allegation that a very prominent person was linked to the anomalies, and even the 3 elected officials during that period in question were mentioned. They're not anymore incumbent officials, from what I heard, but they were mentioned in that report. So may we know whether that report has come out already? You know, we're talking of so many reports, like a lot of people are complaining about how long it's taking the IRRC report to come out. But this one is a report that has been there, and it's not yet coming out. Obviously suppressed during the previous period. Is the Secretary aware of this report, this World Bank report?
Yes, Your Honor, I've gone through the report, and as you have mentioned, 5 local contractors have been named there, and definitely the 5 have been in the past 8 years, I believe, has gotten a very big chunk also of the DPWH projects, Your Honor. There was an investigation conducted in-house. I will have to find out the final outcome, whether there were charges filed to the Ombudsman.
Is the DPWH going to make this report public in the name of transparency, in the same way that the DOJ IRRC report has been made public?
I have no problem making everything public, Your Honor, so we will make available the document to whoever wants to have access to the report, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Now, the next question I have, Mr. Chairman, is about the JICA midnight deals that was mentioned also with the DPWH, amounting to something like 3.5 billion pesos that were signed a few days before the end of this administration. SARO released 5 days before the termination of the administration, and the contract signed 12 days before the inauguration of the new president. May we know the status of these midnight deals?
Yes, Your Honor. As I reported to President Aquino, I have decided to cancel all 19 negotiated contracts, and for that matter, I